What up, what up, what up? It's yours truly, the one and only Ferro. Sorry, you guys, I'm still a little under the weather, but I am here, so no excuses, right? I want to thank you guys so much for the time, the love, and support. We got the Miami Heat hosting the Eastern Conference's best Cleveland Cavaliers. What I wanted to do, though, is focus this video on that guy, Jimmy Butler, because his name has been recently brought up in potential trade talks as we near trade deadline 2025. ESPN's own Shams Charania just recently reported that Butler, as he goes and finishes the deuce, would be open to a trade if the Heat were willing to trade him to the two of the Texas teams, the Dallas Mavericks, or Jimmy's hometown, Houston, or outside of Texas, the Golden State Warriors. Now, Jimmy has 1 year left on his Miami Heat deal. He's owed $52 million if he decides to exercise his player option for the 2025-26 season. Where this gets even more interesting is Jimmy Butler doesn't have a no-trade clause. And Miami and Butler, as he comes away with the steal, they tried to figure something out this offseason. But when Butler's asking price skyrocketed, Pat Riley pretty much shut it down and was like, okay, with what you're asking for, I need to see you play some more games. Butler has not played 65 games in a season since the 2016-2017 season. That's close to 8 years ago. That was Butler's last season with the Chicago Bulls. To put in perspective, Butler has been traded
That is tremendous cutting by Hawkins
to
and the awareness that
Minnesota, Philly, and Miami since then. So, I mean, sheesh Louise. Butler has become one of those guys that slow balls the regular season, but when it's playoff time, that's when he's at his healthiest and his best. I got a kind of bittersweet relationship with guys like that because we got guys like LeBron that don't slow ball any regular season. And then obviously by playoff time, they're burnt out. Luka hit a wall. Anthony Edwards, as young as he is last season, he hit a wall because he's got to play 75 games for Minnesota to be competitive. Miami has been teetering with the play-in tournament pretty much since it's been around, and that's when Butler decides to pick his game up towards the latter part of the regular season. I don't know if the Heat will extend an offer to Butler. He has entered this year a lot healthier than previously, and if he keeps playing at the rate he's playing now, he will play over 65 games. But if you're a team that's interested in acquiring Butler, you have to think to yourself, okay, this dude, is he putting together all he can to play this season so he can finesse us out of a huge contract? Keep in mind, Jimmy Butler's 35 years of age right now. By the time any new contract kicks in, he'll be 36. He can still get $150 million, $200 million on the open market. So it's going to be interesting to see if a team trades for him, because if you trade for him, you're going to give up a decent amount of assets, and the assumption is you're probably going to pay him if you trade for him. He doesn't have no trade clause against, so any team could trade for him for a rental. He then could opt out after this year, though, so it's a risk. Let me know your thoughts on that. Miami's up 7. Karis LeVert goes and 1. Me personally, I don't think I'd trade for Jimmy Butler. I think I reach out to Jimmy Butler's people. I tell them, yo, I got a contract for you. Opt out of your deal. I sign you this summer. That's what I would do if I want Jimmy to be that bad. That's what I do. Worst case, tell him, yo, opt in. Miami loses his more leverage. If Butler opts in, try to get him next trade deadline. Because I do think he would be a great addition for the Dallas Mavericks. But number one, they already spend money on Clay, which I'm sure they're going to at least want to play one postseason with Clay.
Bad breakdown there.
And number 2,
8:20 left, third quarter.
Jimmy's old.
Garland.
I don't know, man.
He's starting to take some ownership.
I don't know about older players. Everybody's not going to age like LeBron, Steph, and KD. And Jimmy's shown us for like 7 years that he doesn't like all-star games, and he doesn't like the first half of the regular season.
Screen assist for Bam Adebayo.
Jimmy, I guess, thought that was going to equal
Rubbing off
a
Mitchell.
new contract. And the reality is, if the Heat would have beat the Nuggets 2 postseasons ago in the finals, Miami would have gave him whatever he wanted. But I think Pat's like, yo, bro, you got to produce in the playoffs. We're Miami. We've won before. We'll win again. But since you approach these regular seasons so sluggishly, you got to produce in the playoffs. And it eclipsed a great level eclipse to get a new deal. And he didn't do that last year. But Miami's producing here against the Cavs. They're up now 13 as Tyler Hero goes and 1. Cleveland has had a couple of big-time losses over the last few weeks due to the Atlanta Hawks. They're down big against Miami now as this game gets late. Looks like teams are finally matching the Cavs' energy. They've kind of slowed down from that great pace they started the year off at.
16 in the quarter.
26-footer for Tyler.
Mitchell comes right back with another score. Well, it's going to be like that the rest of the way, is it? 87-76 Miami. 2:13 left, third quarter. Donovan Mitchell pulled back.
Mitchell, ooh, nasty step back. Cavs done got it down to 9 as we get closer to the fourth.
Timeout for Miami.
Hero.
To an open space.
Oh, yeah.
A 19-point third quarter for Tyler Hero.
Tyler got 19 in the third. He's going crazy right now.
Driving, pitching for
Scary hours.
Ball fan the energy and the rhythm of
So,
Terry Rozier. Wade leans in, finds Mitchell.
Tyler Hero had 34. Butler had 18. And for Cleveland, they were led in scoring by Darius Garland with 23. Mitchell only had 12. Yeah, this is clearly not a great night for Cleveland as Mitchell gets the and 1. They got it down, though. The 2 possessions. All in all, let's see if they can finish this comeback here. Butler working on LeVert. Mismatch. Garland, no, he doesn't decide. Rozier takes advantage of Niang. Step back and nail the 3. Shout out my Vol for Life, Josh Richardson over there, enjoying the action from the sideline. LeVert, he's got Bam Adebayo on him. Well, that is a crazy use of the rim for that reverse. That's a great finish from Karras. Oh, look at Duncan.
Great defense by Duncan Robinson. He just swiped that from Jaron Allen.
Here's
Garland.
Nice finish by Darius Garland.
Because if Miami decides not to trade Jimmy Butler at the deadline, they definitely got to make a move. I think you definitely got to get more athletic. On the perimeter, I think they got a lot of the same issues that the Miami Heat have. You got to get an athletic big to go with Bam. Just like Giannis, you're working them too hard. And I think on the other, like on the perimeter, they got to get more athletic, man. They do.
Garland got another 2.
Wow, he really.
You got enough shooting.
Good hard right hand.
You got the grades at the top of the roster. But these teams, man, they need some help on the interior defense.
Yes.
As Bam nails a 3. 14-point game here. Looks like Miami's going to hold on here. Garland trying all he can. But Cleveland's just having an off night. Yeah, it's just too little too late. Miami's going to get the 122-113 win. We'll see what happens with Jimmy in these trade talks. If you love flexing your sports knowledge, you should head over to the best place to play fantasy sports and win some money while you're at it. That's Underdog. For me, I love the pick'em game. It's super simple to play too. All you got to do is go to the Underdog website or app. You got to pick whether a player will have a higher or lower stat line for that specific game. You get your picks right, and you can win up to 1,000 times your money. And When you sign up, if you use your boy's promo code, which is Ferro, your deposit will get matched up to $1,000 is available to you in bonus cash. You can't beat that. Tap in with Underdog. My promo code is Ferro.